communication, real world today. Everyone's learning something they can say. TV and radio voices can be heard. I love learning every single word. We are Crestview Bobcats. We are Crestview, we're the Bobcats. Crestview, Crestview.
Welcome back to CVTV. I'm Isabella.
And I'm Christian.
And we are your CVTV anchors.
We would like to start the day off by wishing Ashanti, Trayshawn, Amy, Demarian, and Malaya a happy birthday today and this weekend. Please come to the office for your birthday pencil after CVTV.
This week's question of the week was, what are the three branches of the U.S. government? Liam in Miss Rushing's class had the correct answer. The answer is judicial, which is the Supreme Court, legislative, which is Congress, and executive, which is the President. Great job, Liam. Come to the studio to claim your prize.
This week's movie quote was, "Love is putting someone else's needs before yours." This quote comes from the Disney movie Frozen. We had no correct answers this week, but look next week. Next we have Gabby with today's weather.
Look for a cooler day in central Indiana. The sun will be out and we will see highs in the 40s. Look for nice weather this weekend with temperatures climbing into the 50s by Sunday. Have a great weekend, Crestview students. Back to you, anchors.
Don't forget that all yearbooks orders were due in to your teachers today. If you didn't get any turned in, Monday will be the final day for all pre-sale orders. Next we have Mr. Coringo in the studio with a quick word.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. It's Mr. K on the couch again. Just want to give a quick shout out to 3rd grade and 6th grade who totally showed up and showed out for I-STEP this week. We had a couple days of 100% attendance. Makes for a great testing environment, so way to go. So looking at you 4th and 5th graders for next week. Hope to have the same turnout. I want to remind everyone to continue to think when we communicate. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And are you being kind? So next week we have I-STEP, so looking for you, 4th and 5th graders, to show up and show out during I-STEP. Back to you, anchors.
Make sure to take a moment to read today and read a book. Today is Read Across America Day to celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday. Dr. Seuss has brought us many lovable characters through his many books. Characters like the Cat in the Hat, the Lorax, and of course the Grinch. So make sure to take a moment and enjoy one of his great books today. Next we have Chanicia with today's sports moment.
It was another long night for the Indiana as the Hoosiers went to New York for the Big Ten tournament and lost to the Rutgers in the first round. The final score was 76-69. The Hoosier girls had a better evening by taking down the Michigan State Spartans 111-109 and quadruple overtime. That is 4 overtimes. Next we have Miss Media back in the studio to update us on her Boilermakers.
Last Sunday, the Boilermakers played in a high-emotion game when the Boilermakers took on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. It was senior night at Mackey Arena as the 4 seniors, Isaac Haas, Vince Edwards, P.J. Thompson, and Dakota Mathias took the court in Lafayette for the last time. They came to play and defeated the Golden Gophers in an 84-60 win. Dakota Mathias had 25 points, and 21 were from his 3-pointers made. He added 7 rebounds and had 4 assists to wind up his time at Mackey. It was a big weekend for Carson Edwards, however. He was not only named the Big Ten Player of the Week, he was also named the USBWA's Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week, and he was also unanimously selected to the first team All-Big Ten. Vince Edwards and Isaac Haas were also selected to the second team All-Big Ten, and these were great honors for all 3 players. The Big Ten tournament has begun in New York, and tonight the Boilermakers take on Rutgers at 8:55 p.m. Stay tuned to find out if they will be the next Big Ten tournament champions. Boiler up, hammer down, and back to you, anchors.
Next we have Today in History. Today in 1933, the motion picture King Kong would premiere in New York. The movie has been remade several times since the most recent remake was in 2005. Another is due to hit theaters this year. In 1962, Wilt the Steel Chamberlain scored 100 points against the New York Knicks, 169-147. And today, in 1964, Twist and Shout by the Beatles was released in the U.S. This song is featured in the film Ferris Bueller's Day of during the parade scene.
Today's thought of the day comes from the one and only Dr. Seuss, who was born on this day in 1904. He once said, "You're never too old, too wacky, too well to pick up a book and read to a child." Thank you for listening. I'm Isabella.
And I'm Christian. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself.
Stay responsible, respectful, and safe.
And remember to find your voice in today's world.